It's January 7th, 2022, and if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again. It seems like last Friday was only yesterday, but in reality, it was a year ago.
Here in LA, a cloudy morning, very still right now, 48 degrees Fahrenheit, around 9 Celsius. Today I was thinking about Wicked Game by Chris Isaak from the year 1989. This afternoon, it'll be going up to 63 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 63. That's about 17 degrees Celsius. And it looks like we're going to have some clouds, and then it's going to clear up and be blue skies and golden sunshine, just like this light. And then later on, some clouds may start reappearing. In any event, everyone, have a great day.
Just you and I. Just you and I. Together forever in love. Boom 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 boom. Boom 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 Just you and I, just you and I, together forever in love, and going forever. Just you. Good morning, Mr. Master, simply, or 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 simply, Devin. It's Devin, not Devin Lynch. It's January 4th, 2025, and it's Saturday in Naples. Today, clear middle sky, Thursday mostly cloudy, firmament. This is kind of atmosphere in general. It also seems now at the moment it's early, between early late afternoon, practically 14, 30, 34. 57 Fahrenheit, 14 Celsius, and this means it is really cold, like this is beautiful. Coldezza classica GT usually from interpio senza festival del corso patriarsico, sarà insomma non riparai finché non bori cosa non bori oggi una video sai suppose indeed I'm sure to I see the everything for the same let's study at the same time it's my purpose fact that we should talk Chinese because it's better I know perhaps a paradox for you better for me and I didn't always do the collaboration so for the summer and for the spring and the autumn. In the summer, in fact, for the spring and the autumn, I sugli aggettivi soft, while for the summer, gli aggettivi hot, solo se non si significa casi caggi, senza ricade delle crisi, trasfermi, questa figura di una figura di assolutamente incomplete, albeit, since the last 2 months ago, November, I'm repeating it, Celtic Golden, since December, since few weeks, obviously for the fact that we enter in the winter, it's cold, it's really cold, but thanks to a method, better 2 points of a method, the Wim Hof method. This is a Dutch athlete I follow since some years. These 2 points are in cold showers, if not freezed, and wear as little clothing as possible. But thanks to these 2 points, I also try to fight the cold, and for this I feel it less than the other people. So for this reason, but also in general, from a general point of view, for the guys in general, because in fact, apart from last year, in past years, I didn't notice or remember first part of winter like this is. So for these two aspects, the fact that I always try to fight the cold thanks to these 2 points and the guys in general, this is a good thing for me. This is a good in general, a good thing for me. I don't know also for the people, if there is a sensation, judgment also for me. I don't know. For the people, if they have the same sensations, judgments, or for me, but it is from what I truly think of now, because for example, the thing of the cold shower, it's a bit impossible. Generally, people do hot showers. I don't know if this depends on them. Instead, but today, I think I can say the same thing just for me, because it's not completely good, but it's the same. The fact that I feel some things in this. Gary afternoon, I think at temperatures repeated just before 57 to Fahrenheit 14 Celsius. At the important thing is atmosphere, it's anticipated. So before we have this. Yes, when if you are in the room, however, this rule is curtain. In fact, when there is a curtain in general, I think you should see the most perfect, I suppose. In fact, as soon as I repeat, yes, just a moment where until an hour ago was also clear, but practically at the moment, in this moment, yes, practically it's mostly cloudy. We are going, no, I think we are going to a totally cloud atmosphere, and if we are going also to the end of the day, because of the light, because in 3 hours practically, and some minutes will be a night, evening. Yes, in general, until the end of the day, I think it could become more cloudy, more dark, obscure, and also it could rain. Frat a few months rain, but as we know, ovviamente vigilanza with us, responsible see, and if it's clear, it's a scheme. Today very clear. Bad, maximum atmosphere little good. So see this. Mythical wind, this other curtain was white, because in all the story with the reports, what this curtain was and this was white, we had in total 3 curtains, this is the third, but the only difference is in the color of the flowers in it, because the color of the previous weather was yellow or gold, while the first one pink, and this, I don't know if it's pink, but if it's not pink, it's very closest, I don't know if you notice, but as I was using also from the mythical wind, you go to two practical in 2 years, also there's a beautiful penterpension, so you're also visible being near behind me, but however, in general, visible better in its interior in the shot at Simon Signature General shot. As a regular shooter near to behind the curtain, so not visible, but in general, significant in general visible, and better visible means interior from this shot, significant at Simon Signature General shot. And finally, from a medial cable NGX 614, APG 625, also indicates this mirror generation. Yeah, the same of the people follow the genre. Perché essere getting it where should my brother and my sister, or should myself, and finally, I hope you will get breakfast. Today it's really late. In general, also for me, it's late for me. In fact, when I say late early, I mean for my hours, but all important that was very from the record action last time 2023. It was a Saturday, in fact, in the breakfast at Fiantani, if you can believe it. I started it at Fiantani, in part of days, if it was really yesterday, among other things, a few weeks ago, we passed the 1 year anniversary, in fact, December 9, 2023, so as I think that this record was December 9, 2023, so it's reachable. But today, repeat, really close. And also, really late for my hours, repeat. I repeat that just from 13, just obviously in quote, just all obviously in quote, 14 and 35. At really important thing to show. Let's remember is that in some way also today, fortunately with the song, I'm really angry. And as we always say, breakfast is always one of the most stupid things I've ever done. Absolutely. And since a few days when this other new mythical shot, this other beautiful biscuits, my favorites, particularly cereals and Palm cereals, I truly recommend them. Are spectacular, they are spectacular, and also the milk is milk. Not only there is the coffee, obviously, but also the Nesquik. So this Nicolai's breakfast, it's really a bomb. I recommend that in particular, repeat the cereals, Palm are fantastic. Alzio, tu ma ora vai sul posto, non fai non dai, fa che non ti tomare tutto quello che le abbiamo, we'll see.